Kitch and Neil here this afternoon. If you do want to get in contact with us, hey, we'd love to hear from you. 0586861003. Well, producer Pranav not in today because he is down, quote-unquote, working at the World Tennis League. Hey, Pranav, how are you?
Great, kids, great. I do not miss you guys one bit because I'm watching Grand Slam champions play tennis in front of me. So I'll give the show a miss, maybe.
So So talk to me. What is the World Tennis League?
Well, the World Tennis League is the equivalent of a franchise setup in tennis. So you've got 4 teams. You've got the Falcons, you've got the Hawks, you have the Kites of that sort, and you have Grand Slam champions like Arina Sabalenka and Iga Świątek in the women's division. Then you've got Daniil Medvedev, Stefanos Tsitsipas, and Andrei Rublev, all the top names that you can think of that come down, sign to respective franchises, and then they take on each other. The format is quite unique when you think of tennis as a sport. You start off with the 2 teams facing off against each other. So you begin with the men's doubles, and then you go into the women's doubles, and then you do a mixed doubles, and that is then followed by the singles game. 4 players per team. That is how the format works.
And who's inspired you the most so far? Who's been the best?
Well, look, this afternoon it was the Falcons versus the Hawks, and I have to say, the Honor FX Falcons, they've done absolutely brilliant. 2 of the players that we mentioned earlier, Frances Tiafoe and Leila Fernandez, they have not come for the tournament. Instead, they've been replaced by Sumit Nagal, who's an Indian tennis player, and another player being Sorona Cirstea. Now, Cirstea is a unique story in tennis. She's had multiple injuries, but she's made a great comeback in 2023. So to cap it off and come down and play in front of a large crowd in Abu Dhabi, that is definitely special for her. They started off on a winning run, and it's looking good for them. And the scoring system as well is quite unique. You don't have the usual ATP or the WTA style. It's the best of. So you basically play 1 set per match. So whoever wins, and it's obviously the best of 6, and it's calculated on that sense.
So when you're trying to watch a game like this and a tournament like this, you need to obviously unlearn a few things that you learned while watching, being a spectator or a fan. How has it impacted the players? Are they looking in queue like how it happened in cricket when they were trying to shift from Test and ODIs to play the T20s? Some players actually had to unlearn what they had learned.
It's funny you mention that, because there was a situation where one of the players was unaware that the match was over because of the point system.
Wow.
No, they needed just another reminder from the court official saying that, hey, from the judge rather, or the referee, whatever you want to call it. So they needed just another slight reminder that, hey, the match is done. You guys have actually won. But the other talking point, of course, last year when the WTL came around, they had a sort of neon orange color in terms of a court, then which would make you think, wait, how do the players see the ball? This time it's been rectified and it's a black color court, something similar that you'd see at the Laver Cup. So it's followed along those lines, and that's what we get to see in the Etihad Arena this evening.
Now, when it comes down to the players that were on court today, is this just a coincidence that you need to be down there this afternoon to watch the Hawks that feature Iga Świątek?
Look, in this situation, I'd say it's well planned. I don't think it's a coincidence. It's well planned. I've done my due diligence, and I've said, look, I've got to support the Falcons, but we're obviously going to see Iga Świątek play as well.
Yeah, I think you see her play, i.e. follow her and stalk her all around the World Tennis League. That's what you've been doing? Yeah, well, now, look, moving away, the concerts tonight. Are you seeing 50 Cent tonight?
Yes, I will be watching 50 Cent's concert. And you say 50, but it's actually 50, as in F-I-F-T-Y.
Mate, the kids on the street have always called him 50.
Well, Kitch, you're 40.
Yeah.
You're no more a kid on the street.
Yeah, and I'm
sure you grew up with his music.
I grew up with him. I was working at a radio station in Sydney when Inda Club dropped. I was there from the beginning. I've watched him go through and ride through the wave with G Unit and everyone.
That is the song I'm waiting for.
Yeah, of course you are, because that's his best hit.
There's that music, and then there's also the one about the birthdays, right?
That's the same song.
The birthday song. Yeah, and it's tough to mention that right now, but It's that track as well as the one that Kitch mentioned. So 50 Cent, he's been here in the UAE before, but this time I'm sure he's going to pack an even more powerful show.
Pranav, you've been waiting for a lot of things. We've been waiting for the quiz. Are you ready with those questions?
Oh, the quiz. I wasn't planning on doing the quiz because A, as Kitch mentioned, Iga Świątek, B, tennis, C, the World Tennis League, where the Falcons right now are dominating.
And D, an excuse to not do the quiz.
Oh, I thought D was going to be my report card as a quiz master.
Well, that's true. No, it's an F by now. The World Tennis League is on. There's 2 more days of it at the Etihad Arena, Yas Island, Abu Dhabi. You can see Akon, even UB40 are going to be down there. Pranav, we look forward to a full report when you're back in studio tomorrow.
Absolutely, gents. Meanwhile, you can enjoy the fresh air in the studios, and I'll enjoy the weather in Yas.